We're doing great, really, because the founding fathers of these United States of America, in their wisdom, decided to have a curtain. And when you go and vote your conscience behind that curtain, when you vote for people, it's nobody's fucking business who you voted for, see? So we're not polarized at all. My suggestion to everybody is stop talking politics. If you like the man in the office, vote for him again in 2020. If you don't like him, vote for somebody who you feel comfortable with. But I will tell you one thing, I didn't even tell you who I voted for, because it's nobody's damn business. When you're in there voting your conscience, nobody's out to go, okay, so who are you voting for? You know, in this ahead. The curtains are there for people not to be peer group pressure, all right. But I said this at CNN, I think. The next president is going to be President Trump if the people in America feel safe. Because people only care about two things. Can I feed my family, and is my family safe? The rest is just blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, when you go vote for, has the person in charge improved my life, and do I feel more comfortable? The rest you can argue with. So if the Dow Jones Industrials, which I correctly predicted went up from 8,000, I rang the bell at the New York Stock Exchange 2008. I said to everybody at Fox Business, I'm buying everything I can get my hands on, because before you know it, it'll be over 10,000. So it was said, so shall it be. So it was. And then I told people, buy America. It's the last place on earth, hope for mankind. It will be over 15,000 before you know it. And it was. I've done very well with the stock market. And so when the current president came into power, and I know him well enough, I just want to say this above and beyond politics. The kids are great. No drugs. No booze. He's straight. No drugs, no booze, no. Doesn't even smoke, and he's doing the job for $1. He's not charging you anything. So people can argue with him, you hate him, you love. That's great. That's what makes America great. But if the Dow is approaching 30,000, and I believe it will, and if he's going to be, I may agree, I may not, it's nobody's business. If that wall goes up, because he said he's going to build a wall, and a few other things, he's going to be the next president. And so it's of the people, for the people, by the people. And so here's a clue to all Americans. When couples are fighting with each other, it was actually a divorce. A woman who divorced her husband because he was for the president, and she was for Hillary. Really? You married the guy for political reasons? So here's a good suggestion. Take notice of the fact that the Al-Aqsa Brigade, Hamas, the ISIS guys, all that Boko Haram, all the various extremists around the world hate all of you because you're American. They make no difference between Republicans and Democrats or anything else. So that's a good piece of advice. Why don't we see each other the way they do? We're all Americans. If you disagree with me, it's your America too. I can't dismiss you. You have just as much of a right to your version of America as I do. And so all of us, just fucking stop it. Just, you want to disagree with somebody? Vote. That's the biggest power on the planet. You can't do that in Saudi Arabia, you can't do that in the Middle East, you can't do that in Africa, you can't do it in lots of places. Here, you can say and be whoever you want to be. Greatest country on earth, you bet your ass it is. So you can't sit down. You gotta come up and let them see the good. You're a good looking son of a bitch, too.
I heard paper cut, I believe it was.
Paper cuts the business, she's got 3 or 4. So I promised I would show the president this. And I know the guy, I can call him. Kind of a big deal, I can call him. So I don't want to open it.
No, it's full. Right. It's already sealed, sir, and it's got, I would like to give you, it's got my name of Pablo after his father. The last shirt that he wore. He was 73 years old. And the reason, everything you said, sir, was 100%. In 1964, I was 3 months old. We were born 18 miles from the border of Edinburgh, Texas. My dad served with 8 guys from Kokomo, Indiana. They told my dad, if you can't make it down south, go to the steel mills of Kokomo, Indiana. The restrooms said black and white. They didn't say brown, red, or yellow. And the biggest thing is, Dad came up here, couldn't find a job for a year and a half, so he picked tomatoes. Something I used to be ashamed of. But he turned around, got on at Christmas in 1966, and he worked his butt off until age 73. He had a massive heart attack. The last shirt my dad wore, it took me to tell him he was a Marine, he was a PFC, but the guy had to tell him PFC meant for fucking Chicano. I don't know the first class. But my dad's last shirt, the reason I wrote the flag code, thanks to your inspiration and also to my father, was the last shirt my dad wore said pure American, live free. So in this letter, there's a picture of that shirt that tells the president that this is not the divided states of America. When I buried those young Marines and looked at my 50 Marines with no arms and legs, I didn't ask them, are you gay, straight? And I was the one that said, I loved you, and I'm straight too. So, I'm straight too, but I'm gonna do this. Please look, I've got 2 websites, one are Facebook, Gunny Nino, but the one that's got the flag art is under Pablo Nino's Patriotic Pride Act 2018. God sent me to the world's greatest promoter for a reason. And I believe in faith, and when you sing the song, Wish Upon a Star, and you cry when you do that, I cry with you because you're a hero.
This is not the urban brownie planter. When I graduated from college, I wanted to give back because America gave me so much. So I wanted to be a teacher. You have nice soft hands, by the way. Use lotion? Yes, sir. And so I made it my business to get a sign. I became a teacher. Got a Bachelor of Arts in Education. So my class in the spelling bee. Don't you dare show him like that. And he's a friend. He talks like this. I gotta take your fucking head. He's the best, so don't kill me. Actually, I'll kick his head. No. So I wanted to give back because America gave me everything, and it's been unfair. It's been a racist country, and Chicanos and Boricuas and Cubanos, and lots of people didn't get a fair shot. But we don't have concentration. It's still the best place in the world. So I assigned myself as a teacher. They gave us a choice. Where do you want to teach? I said Spanish Harlem, where the kids have come from broken homes for all sorts of reasons. Poor, they just came up from Puerto Rico. How's my accent? It's not Mexicano, it's Puerto Rico. I got better after watching Dora, so you know. And my first day of coming in and meeting these kids, because I really wanted to make a difference, get them inspired, I heard, although I didn't know at the time what it meant, was which does not mean good morning Jewish person, right? So it's welcome to America, motherfucker. Yeah, not quite, but yes.
He's gonna overdub and overcome and improvise. Remember that, so we'll put it on.
I wouldn't fuck with you. The joke there too, but I'm not going to do it.
Two Gene.
By the way, Nino is like a version, a recognized version of Nino.
Nino, it is Nino, but see, I lived in Indiana, so I say Nino's. It's a little child or a little boy.
It's a loving term. Nino. It's not about stature, it's a loving thing, right?
Yes, sir.
I love you too. See all the rest of the stuff, that ain't nothing. He doesn't get parades, he doesn't get gold records and stuff like that. But let me tell you something, this country would be up the shitter without him. And if I talk anymore, doesn't take long.
Guys, we're getting a little low, but I want to make sure we get your question answered. Because you had the best stuff.